The title of this piece is April 10th, 1958, which just so happens to be the day that I was born. And people ask me what my sign is. I always tell them, keep off the, I either tell them keep off the grass or out to lunch. I think the latter might be more appropriate. But anyway, the reason I wrote this is because my mother had a very difficult delivery with me, and we both, as a matter of fact, nearly did not make it. I was born breech. I came out feet first, and my mother, in the middle of this terrible ordeal and just overwhelming, all-consuming pain, she had this vision of a veil, a death veil, that widows wear to funerals, and she saw this veil totally covering her body, and it stopped within less than an inch from her body and disappeared. So she saw this vision, and I believe her. So here it is, April 10th, 1958. The day that I was born should have been my judgment day, for I was born into trouble, as sparks surely'll fly away, taking flight ever upward, without a trace of hope for gain, returning with ample portions of pure unanswered pain. The 30-something woman who carries a hefty load, expecting her prize package another 10 days down the road. She feels the familiar tension as sweat invades her brow. Her water bursts like thunder. He wants to come out now. In unexpected struggle, the pain grows steadily worse. The churlish little rascal wants to come out with feet first. She did not foresee this coming. This lesson they did not teach, of what exactly to expect should the child come out a breech. No promise of survival for these two lives they cannot pledge, as the 30-something woman moves ever closer to the edge. Perhaps the boy they cannot rescue. He's too far out of reach. It's not uncommon for a DOA to be born and die a breech. The drugs won't halt the suffering, no respite from the pain, but for an unlikely apparition, in stillness she'll remain, as approaches the imposing vision, enveloping her bed, a veil of pure unbridled mourning, a symbol of the dead. The funereal veil which the widow always wears covers her completely, then stops and disappears. And so the 30-something woman, with thread of life so thin, with her baby she survives, the veil so close to her skin. That veil of death around them, they barely slipped away. That is how my birth damn near became my judgment day. Poetic license notwithstanding, I must of course confess to teeny exaggerations during this time of great distress. My mother is that woman, so caught up in this plight, and she'll revoke my poetic license, for such as is her right.